Today's video, gents, 5 dress shoes that every man should own. Coming in at number 5, gentlemen, we've got the Wholecut. Now, a decade ago, this wouldn't have been on any of my top 10 lists, but I have watched this shoe evolve and be picked up by more and more men because they realize this is going to be a modern classic because of its elegance, its simplicity, and the overall look. When you get a pair of Wholecuts, you understand that this right here is a quality shoe. It's built from one large piece of leather. Why is that important? Because a large, unblemished piece of leather is very difficult to find. And let's talk about color. So black is going to be the most formal of colors. If you had a black pair of Wholecuts, I think you could pull it off even with black tie. But right here, what do we have? We have a dark brown chestnut that then darkens into a very dark brown and then into a black. A very nice finish. This right here would work great with a blue suit. Now right here, I've got a Wholecut in burgundy. Burgundy is a great color because if you like black shoes, any outfit that goes with your black shoes is going to go with burgundy. Burgundy is going to bring a lot more pop. This is going to look great with a charcoal suit, a dark gray suit, even a blue suit. You could pull this off. Gents, throughout this video, you're going to see some beautiful shoes. If you want to grab any of them, click on the link down in the description and go check out Ace Marks. They're the sponsor of today's video. I've been talking about them since 2016 because they make amazing shoes at a great price. And gents, in case you haven't heard, Ace Marks is now making shoes with a Goodyear welt construction. And for those of you that love the Blake stitch, don't worry guys, they've got you covered. And in fact, they've made it even better with their factory access program with Blake stitch shoes starting at $150. Yeah, you heard me right, gents. We're talking about shoes made of a quality level that they could be selling for over $600 that Ace Marks is selling directly to you for less than $150. Guys, I know thousands of you have already taken the plunge and grabbed your Ace Marks. Why do guys love them? First up, the quality. The shoes over at Ace Marks are made by a 4th generation artisan family. Everything is handcrafted in Italy. So they only use premium leathers, 100% full grain calf leather. Now with the insoles, they use a memory foam cushioned insole that molds to your foot over a very short amount of time so you have all day comfort. Now the styles of the shoes, this is where they get it right. So the best thing that Ace Marks does is they talk to their customers. So guys, all the styles they've got on the website, it's because you've given them feedback of what you want, what actually you want to purchase, and then they make it. Guys, use the link in the description of today's video. You're not going to find a better deal out there. Please take advantage of this deal. Those shoes are amazing. Coming in next on the list, we've got the Double Monkstrap. Again, a modern classic. Over the last 10 years, I have watched this basically come from a novelty shoe to one that many men are going for, and for good reason. Why? Well, if you look at the single monk, nothing against it, I think it's a good shoe, but the size of the buckle, it just looks a little bit clumsy. What I love about this is you've got the 2 smaller buckles. Now, you're going to hear some guys say that the Double Monk is actually more comfortable than the single monk. I haven't noticed a difference owning both types of shoes. It's also a loafer, so it's able to go on and off without any type of laces. This is not something that's going to be the most formal of shoes, but it's very versatile and it's great for traveling. I love that I can actually slip these off, put them back on without having to tie anything. Now there's a wide range of color options out there and textures. The most formal is going to be a solid black. What do you want to start with? I like to have a little bit of fun with my Double Monk. So as you can see, I went with a contrasting color here. For me, I just really like the look. It works. I go for usually darker brown or oxblood or burgundy shoes in my collection. But for some of you guys that are just starting off, a black is great, or just go with a solid brown. Now, if you're going to go with something textured, let's say you want to look at maybe a suede, or you want to go with something a little bit brighter in color, maybe a dark green. This is not going to be the most versatile of shoes. Something with a brighter color or a texture like that is going to stand out, be remembered. But if you want a shoe that just rocks and you like the look of it, then go for it. And let's talk about the outsole. The outsole is going to be the bottom of the shoe. This one in particular, I went with a rubber sole. Why? I wanted to have a little bit more traction, and that's what you want to think of. In higher end shoes, when you're looking at Blake stitch or a Goodyear welt, most of those are going to have a leather sole unless you opt to get a rubber sole put on that. I do it for traction reasons, but if you want to go with straight leather, that's cool as well. It's actually a great sign of quality. Coming at number 3, and I'm going to cheat a bit, I'm going to say grab a dress boot. Whether you want to go for a Chelsea, whether you want to go for a Chukka, it's up to you. But I like to have a boot, and really it comes down to the elements. boots offer a bit more protection. What I love about a Chelsea, slips on and off. Again, if I'm traveling, this is a great option. It has a very simple, elegant look. And notice that loop right there on the back. You want to look for that when you're grabbing a pair of Chelseas. Makes it really easy to put them on. Now the checkered boot is a great option, a little bit more casual than the Chelsea because it's got the 3 simple laces right over here. It comes out of the desert boot out of World War II. Now it's evolved into a dress boot. I think it's a great option again when you've got inclement weather, or if you want to dress something down like you're going for a pair of odd trousers with a sports jacket, or even a pair of dark colored jeans. Coming in at number 2 on our list, gentlemen, we've got the classic Blucher. A Blucher is going to be an open-laced dress shoe. This is not going to be the most formal of dress shoes, but it's a very versatile dress shoe. This is one that you can wear with jeans. You can actually wear it with a suit in some situations. Now, it is not going to be formal, so you want to avoid, in my opinion, Bluchers that are black. For me, a natural color for a Blucher is going to be a medium or a dark brown. Now, to identify a Blucher, what you're looking at is the back part of the shoe, the quarter, is thrown on top of the front part of the shoe, which is the vamp. Now this pair of shoes right here is a fancier Blucher, and what do we notice right here? First, it's going to be the blue suede, the contrast right here that is over on the back quarter, again, thrown on top of the vamp. We're also going to notice this is a wingtip, and it's got broguing in and on this design. This one is going to grab a bit more attention because of the contrasting colors and the materials used, but overall, it's the same shoe. We're talking a Blucher should be in every man's wardrobe. And before I reveal the number 1 shoe in today's video, gents, let me know, do you like this video? Click on that like button, and if you're new to Real Men Real Style, click on that subscribe, become part of our community, the YouTube God Crom. He has told me that you guys need to interact with these videos. Let me know how I'm doing so I can get better. Number 1 on my list, gentlemen, the classic Balmoral Oxford in black. Why is this a shoe? It seems so boring, I know. And this one right here has a little bit of a cap toe, which you can see that detail. Why would I put this one at number 1? Because this is the go-to shoe, whether you're wearing black tie, whether you're wearing a dark business suit, or even if you're wearing a gray casual suit, you could still pull these off. This is your go-to shoe for important events. When you don't want to draw attention to yourself, you want to simply show up and show your respect. This is the shoe that makes things happen. It has been around for almost 100 years. And guess what? I think it's going to be around for another 100 years. This is going to be your workhorse. This is going to be the shoe you're going to get your miles out of. So make sure to have it in your wardrobe. And guys, by the way, if you're curious what's inside an Ace Mark shoe, I cut one in half. You want to see that video? Check it out right here. I cut an Ace Mark shoe in half to show you guys the quality construction inside of Ace Marks. And gents, if you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments what shoe should have been on this list. Should I have had basically the penny loafer? Should it have been on the list? An Oxford right here? Should I have gone maybe with a shoe like this? Look at that. Beautiful. Again, you can find this over at Ace Marks. This is part of their signature collection. It's got a Goodyear welt on it. Just nice construction. Go check out Ace Marks. I'm linking to them down in the description. That deal is amazing. Just a great company. Proud to support them. I've met them in person, guys. They're the real deal. Go check them out. And finally, kind of a side question, but does anyone else out there just love the smell of a new pair of shoes? I almost don't want to even wear these things because they smell so good. You've got to love new shoe smell, especially just leather in general. Just great smelling shoes.